Hi, I'm Molly Summerhalder, and I'm the founder of Swan on the Lotus Yoga and Wellness and a women's embodiment coach. I wanted to talk about the blocks that we face as women when it comes to our pelvic floor issues and conditions, and especially when we're going through physical therapy. So when I was going through my therapy, it would be good, and then I'd have moments where it wasn't so good. I'd be on a trend of feeling good and moving through my pain, going through my condition, and then I'd have those step backs. And I wish at that point, I loved my therapist and she was very supportive, but I wish I would have had someone that was in the yoga realm or the spiritual realm or knew that deeper connection to the body and the mental capacity, or just in general to have someone there that was really just there to listen. And so I would have loved someone who was like a pelvic floor coach, which I am now for women, a women's embodiment coach. And so that's really the things that I love about the program that I'm creating and what I can do is that I help you through those blocks. And so from my experience, that's something that's golden, right? So you might be going through pelvic floor therapy right now and things going really well. Or you might be the point where you've hit a plateau and you feel really stuck and you don't know where to go next. You might have gone through all your PT and feeling like, how do I keep going on this from your own personal emphasis, your own personal empowerment, right? So how do I keep going on this without my pelvic floor therapist? Or maybe you had therapy a while ago and you know that you have to continue doing it and you want to come back to it, but you feel really blocked on like all the things that are coming up with it. So we may not feel the issues mentally when we're in the moment. We may not feel them right away, but there's still frustration, there's still doubt that comes along with working in this space. It is our sacred space. It's our space where we are holy as women. We can give the birth of life just in creativity and who we are. It's our space of empowerment and self-love and self-identity. It's who we embody ourselves with our hormones and how we live our life. And so when we're not connected to the space, when we have issues with it, when we don't take care of it in the way that we should or move forward, or just in general, we feel ashamed of it. We can feel ashamed in ourselves. We can feel unworthy. We can feel like we're never going to get better. We make choices in our relationships or who we are because we're struggling with our own identity, or we just might be stressed out. And stress does not help pelvic floor conditions. And so something that I love working with people too on is, how do we handle your stress? How do we handle the stress of having this condition every single day? And on top of that, trying to do everything else and be the superwoman that we are. And we're underneath, we're like, but I have this condition and it's at the forefront of my day, whether I have to go to the bathroom all the time, or if I'm laughing and I'm leaking, or I'm in physical pain. Maybe it's hurting your relationships, whatever it might be. And so those are real blocks that come along, and there's tools that we can do together to really move through those blocks. And this is a point that I really love working with people, because the physical, we can learn everything about the pelvic floor and we can know how it works. We can do all these physical things to heal it. But when it comes down to it, it's really, how do we spiritually move through this space? How to remember that space is sacred and it's here to be worshiped and loved by us. And then from us, it's worshiped and loved by the rest of the world. And we learn our boundaries. We learn, how to push through when we're having the hardest of days, whether it be pain-wise or in our therapy or just struggling with trying to do it all. And so that's really where support comes from. Support comes from knowing that you're not alone on this journey, that I've been there with you. I know what it's like to be in therapy and all of a sudden you hit that plateau and you're like, but I was doing so well. What do you mean I have to go through another pain point? Or what do you mean I have to come back 2 years later because I'm still not healed and I still have to work through this? This is frustrating. I'm sick of this. I know how all that feels. And maybe our stories are the same and maybe they're different, but I'm here to guide you. I'm here to listen. I'm here to support you. So know that you're not alone. So take the time, if you're watching this video, comment below, reach out to me at slwellness.info. get my free guide to learn more, and just start your journey towards healing and know that I'm here for you on any level that you need. And I wish you the best of luck as you start this process to becoming stress-free, to find that balance in your life, to be courageous and step up for what you want, and to remember that you are a sacred being, and it's okay to have setbacks and it's okay to have struggles because that's part of life. I'll talk to you all soon, and thanks for tuning in with me.